thanks for stopping in to Pause for a Moment of Science. Today we're going to talk about air and what happens when air is heated and cooled. As you know, when air is heated, it expands and rises, and when the air is cooled, it contracts and sinks or falls. And we know that learning about air is a tough one because you can't see it. Today we're going to do a few little activities that will hopefully help you understand that when air is heated, that it expands and rises, and when the air is cooled, it contracts and sinks. And we're going to start out by doing a little demonstration with some paper. So, I have two pieces of paper, okay? They are the exact same size and shape and mass and weight. They are exactly the same. And I want to show how air reacts differently when it is allowed to expand and be spread out, and when the exact same amount of air is forced to contract and how that affects it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one piece of paper and I'm going to pretend that it's cold air and make it contract. All right, so this is our cold contracted air. And then this air is allowed to be expanded, nice and flat, very spread out. And so again, they began as the exact same product, same size, same shape, same mass, same weight. But look at how when one is spread out and when one is contracted, how they react very differently. See how different that is? So that lets you know that when things are spread out, they almost float. Now, of course, air is lighter than paper, so it's going to go that way instead of that way. But you kind of get the idea that when it's spread out, that it has this kind of like, ooh, light, float kind of feel to it. And when it is contracted, it feels very tight and very heavy, and it begins to sink down. A good way that I remember that is I think about my own body temperature and how it reacts to weather. When I am hot in the summertime, if I'm outside and I'm hot, I feel like, oh, very hot, oh, okay? But in the wintertime when I'm cold, I contract my body. I want to be nice and tight. So that's how I remember that warm expands and cool contracts. All right, so I want to talk to you a little bit more and demonstrate for you how warm air will expand and rise and cold air will contract and sink. And what I'm going to do is I have this Erlenmeyer flask with a balloon on it. I have a tea candle, some tongs, a fire starter, and I have a scale. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my scale on, maybe. There it goes. And I want to weigh the flask and balloon. I am getting 38 grams, okay? So 38 grams. Now, I'm gonna set that to the side. What I will do is I will use the tea candle to produce heat and place the flask over the candle so that the flask heats, then the inside of the air heats, and then you will be able to see through the example of the balloon how that, you know, it's capped off. I can't get any more air in there than it already has. But you will see what happens when the air is heated inside the flask and balloon. All right, so got a little fire going there. And I'm just going to hold the flask over the candle. You can see that from the side. And I'm just going to hold it here until it begins to heat. I've been heating the air inside the flask for just about a minute, and you can already see by the balloon that the air inside is expanding and rising. Watch the balloon. Can you see it? It's still moving. Still expanding, and it's still rising. And there we have it. Now, I'm going to keep it warm so it doesn't make any changes, but I want to show that it doesn't, just because the balloon is bigger and has expanded, it doesn't mean that it got heavier. So I'm going to weigh. Boom, it's still exactly 38 grams. Now you can already guess what's going to happen wait, there we go, that was making me nervous. As the air begins to cool back down, you know it will contract and then it will fall. And so I think it's a really cool thing that objects can expand, they can actually get bigger, but they don't change in mass or weight. We don't have more air than we started out with. The balloon did not get heavier by being filled with this air. What happened was it simply just had the air it already had, and it was able to expand it and spread it out. Boom! And so you can tell that the air is already cooling back off. Pretty neat, huh? All right, that was pretty cool. What I want to do now is I want to make a side-by-side comparison of the attributes of warm air compared to the attributes of cold air. So we're going to do that through a T-chart. So we'll just draw a T-chart. And over here we'll put hot. Over here we will put cold. Now, lucky for us, water reacts in most ways the same as air, and because we can see water, we often use it for experiments in explaining, what is going to happen to air. All right, let's go over these. Hot air expands, it rises, it has more energy, it is light, thin, it vaporizes, and it takes up more space. Cold air contracts, it sinks, it has less energy, it is heavy, it's thick or dense. Thick and heavy can both go with dense. It condenses and it takes up less space.